Jimmy the Great. Jimmy, not so great at all. There comes a time when you literally can ruin your own career, which he does do. But Konstantin Kisin also ruins him. It is carnage. It's carnage. Do you want to see it? I want to see it. Here it is. The link to Triggernometry is in the description. The link to this whole interview is also in the description. So go watch it and subscribe, just like I have. I'll tell you that some of the interviews on there are fantastic. This one is superb. The Lily Phillips one was a bit of a shocker. Surprised they had. Well, I was going to say, but I'm surprised they had that woman on it, but she's not really a woman, is she? I mean, Lily Phillips, 101 men in a day. Oh, disgusting. But here we are. Jimmy the not so great. Career destroyed. Let's watch what happens. I'm sure you're going to find it extremely entertaining.
Talked about it.
Is it a joke or is it not a joke? First of all,
No, definitely.
That's
people,
serious claim.
Definitely,
Serious claim.
Definitely,
Good.
people
So
remain strangely
have I
silent.
remained strangely silent about January the 6th?
I haven't heard you talk about it.
Would it surprise you, therefore, to know that on January the 7th, by complete coincidence, I was doing an interview, me and Francis were, with Carl Benjamin, who used to be called Sargon of Akkad.
Do you like Carl Benjamin?
And we had a conversation about January the 6th, in which Francis and I were making the case there was a terrible thing to happen. And
Terrible thing to happen.
Terrible thing to happen.
Do you think Donald Trump should have went?
See, this is where Konstantin sets out the facts, because he's being told by Jimmy the Melon about what he has and hasn't done. So Konstantin's like, hang on a minute, boom, and he's basically telling him like the facts. But this Jimmy, he don't want to listen.
To jail for that?
I don't know. I'm not an expert.
You don't know?
I don't know. No, and I don't think it was a coup entirely. It was a bunch of.
So you're literally proving my point.
No, I'm not proving your point. I'm proving the point to you that the very next day.
Are you right now? You just downplayed January 6th in front of me.
Did I remain strangely silent about it?
Well, you're talking about it, so I'll give you that. You're at least talking about it, but you have just downplayed it.
Jimmy,
you just say it was not a coup. You probably didn't need to go to jail. Probably nothing happened.
Well, a bunch of people storming the Capitol is not a...
Do you think he should have pardoned all those people storming?
No, I don't.
Okay,
it's not a coup of the American government, right?
Okay.
Because words have definitions. Grifter is one of them, coup is another one, etc. Now, on the 7th of January, that's the next day, we were speaking to an audience of people who are on the right and saying to them, this is completely wrong, should not have been happened. People on the right should not be condoning. Or so
literally, he's basically telling Jimmy here, he has spoken about what Jimmy's claiming he's never spoken about. I mean, this, as it goes on, you'll realize it really sucks to be Jimmy.
Did those people then go on to back Donald Trump, do they?
You're really trying to dodge the point I'm making here, which is you put up a picture of me saying that people like me remain strangely silent. And now you're discovering that that is the opposite of the truth. And yet you don't seem to...
But it does seem
you
that
don't
you guys
seem to, hold on a second.
Often,
and you don't seem to do what a normal person would do, which is to say, wow, mate, I'm really sorry. I don't understand your channel very well. I've clearly made a mistake here. I withdraw these false statements. And I apologize.
If you really do think that Donald Trump did a coup on the government and you don't support him for that, you think that probably should go to jail, I will retract that statement. For sure.
You haven't retracted the statement.
I'll retract it right now. I'm retracting it.
Excellent. So you lied about me about that. Now, coming back to this idea that you were talking, you had a picture of me and you were saying these people have the facade that they critique both sides, right? You think that's true about me? It's a facade?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that in itself, like at any point, whenever, do you think the man, it's like some sort of facade? I mean, I don't get it. I don't know what Jimmy's been watching, or he has not been watching. He's just basically chosen Mr. Kisin as someone, a target to, I don't know, up himself, and now he's like gonna just literally ruin it himself. I don't get it. I don't understand a lot of what he's saying about Konstantin, because if you've seen him, heard him, even you might already be registered to Triggernometry and watch a lot of their stuff with Francis Foster, but I do not understand where Jimmy's coming from in the first place. It does not make sense. What has he been watching that all of us have missed?
So are you aware that among people in our space, I've been very, very critical of people on the right about their ridiculous position
Yeah, the
on
woke
Ukraine.
right stuff. That's
About
your best
Ukraine.
take.
No, hold on a
Oh,
second.
sorry, Ukraine.
About
yeah.
Ukraine.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
aware that
Yeah.
we raised tens of thousands of pounds on Triggernometry for Ukraine? Are you aware that I've been fiercely critical of people like Tucker Carlson
Top
and
man.
Candace?
Yeah,
So,
the woke right stuff. You're
and the
pretty
woke
social.
right.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with that. I think that's a fair point.
Okay, and housing. Speaking directly to conservatives and telling them this is an important issue.
You have never presented an actual solution to housing.
Right, so here he goes. He's just jumping straight in with something that's blatantly false. He's basically saying like he's done whatever, and he's straight in. Go, oh, you've never? What? What are you on about? Where are you coming from? I mean, this is only ever going to be a train crash.
You've never presented it.
Really? You've seen all our videos.
What is your solution to housing?
Hold on a second.
What is your solution to housing? How are you going to make it so that your audience, the young people that watch this, are ever going to afford a house? How are you going to do that? How does Konstantin Kisin propose to do
First of all, it's Konstantin Kisin.
Imagine that though. You're on someone's podcast and you don't even know their name. That's just cringe.
Kisin?
Yes.
Oh, I've been saying it wrong for literally years.
You have been.
You have.
Now, coming back to
shows how little research he does, doesn't it? He doesn't even get a man's name right.
These are all claims that you've made, right?
Yeah. So, no, why can't you talk about anything substantive?
I would
look. I'll accept. I probably just chatted on you. I should have probably looked more into some of the things that you said.
Okay,
yeah,
but why don't you stop there and pause and just listen?
Yeah, literally, just stop and listen to what you just said. Yet he doesn't know when to stop.
So what you just said. You just admitted you have no idea what you're talking about, and at the same time, you're still driving forward the narrative that you had. Isn't that exactly what a grifter would do?
You're doing exactly what I'm claiming. You can't talk about things that are substantive.
You're a grifter. Oh, actually, it works out. I'm a grifter. That's the world of Jimmy, the not so great.
3 videos on trans people. You can't talk about housing. You can't talk about the NHS. You can't talk about cost of living because you'd have to actually engage with these topics.
Wow.
Every time I've tried to talk about these things with you, you want to get it back to you said this, you said this, you said this. I would say have it. Bad video. Take it. But let's talk about housing. How do you want to fix housing?
No. You made a video accusing me and a bunch of other people of being grifters.
Yeah. No, you can call me a grifter. For sure, if you want to call me a grifter, let's talk about housing.
Hold on.
Let's talk about housing.
I don't want to call you a grifter. That's what people like you do.
You can call me a grifter. Let's talk about housing.
Did you just hear when I said I don't want to call you a grifter?
Let's talk about housing.
No, we're talking.
This is a perfect example of someone who does not listen. I don't get it. It's like when you talk to your kids or your grandkids or something and you say something and they carry on and you're just like, my word. They're very testing. But this is a grown man who just does not listen. He refuses to listen. He's got something in his head and that's it. Boom, boom, boom. Just like back to reality. I mean, I'm not too sure. Like, I mean, I've never in my life come across this bloke before ever, and I'm glad I haven't because he's really like he winds me up. I mean, maybe he does you. You have to let me know in the comments. And if you're going to comment, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. But Konstantin is trying to talk to someone like for an adult podcast, and he must feel like he's talking to a 12-year-old. There's no way of putting it.
In about 5 years, they're going to realize this conversation is stupid and that the actual conversation is about housing.
You made a video about grifters, so you're the one that's clearly stupid.
Exactly. He made a video about grifters, yet he's the grifter. The irony.
We've started having a conversation and you've only focused on that sort of stuff. You haven't
I invited you on to talk about your video.
Yeah.
Because
but we haven't talked about anything that actually matters to people. I'll let you have it. You can say it was a bad video. I'm not saying it's a bad video. Care about that.
Wait. So you went on the internet, you made a video about a bunch of people in which you made a number of false claims. And now when I've pointed out to you that they're false, your defense is what?
I think your audience is going to see that you don't like to engage with to many people that are...
Here we go again. It's a complete opposite. Konstantin Kisin loves to engage. in quality conversations, and some that aren't even that easy. And he does it well. And this idiot is now going to make out he knows something about Konstantin that Konstantin doesn't know about himself. Is it the gaslighting, the straw manning, and this Jimmy man, geezer, whatever you want to call him, chav? I'm lost for words. It is like literally like talking to a child. It's like listening to a child.
Kind of agree with me. They're going to see that you don't want to engage on any real substance.
That's very interesting, because you're not engaging on the thing that I'm bringing up with you.
That makes the point that I'm making, that you come across very grifty because you don't actually talk about real things.
Right. This is a man who just can't stop talking about avoiding what's actually being said by Konstantin. Yeah, you're going to be in the comments loving this one, aren't you? This is oh my word! You just look at Konstantin's face is bursting. I mean, the reality is, Jimmy is not listening. He's not answering anything. He's just trying to throw this and that and trying to score really, really, really cheap points, and failing miserably.
Right.
You talk about very surface level shit.
Okay.
You don't talk about things that affect people's lives.
Right.
Like the fact that people aren't going to afford to live in this economy. The fact that things are getting shitter and shitter.
You're the one that's making videos about grifters. Have I ever made a video calling anyone a grifter?
I am sure you have called someone a grifter.
Have I ever made a video calling a bunch of people I don't know grifters? And then gone on their show and claimed to their face a bunch of lies about them?
You're quite upset about this.
Not upset at all.
It does seem you're a bit upset. Look, I'm sorry if I've offended you.
It's trying to actually correct the lies that he said. It's nothing to do with getting angry, is it? I mean, Konstantin's like, hang on a minute, let me just put it back to you that actually this and this, and he doesn't like it, and now again acting like a 12-year-old in response. So I think to say, oh, you're getting angry over it, that there's no substance to what Jimmy's claiming or even saying at all.
Talking broad strokes.
No, by lying.
By talking
by
broad
lying.
Well, what's different?
You said the difference.
If I'm talking broad strokes
is something that might be true, but that's not true.
What's the title of the video?
The title of the video is The Rise of the Middle Class Grifter.
Right, so it's a type of character that there's a certain
in
type
which
of
you
thing.
feature me, and you've just admitted that all the things you claimed about me, including
what is
me.
The key? What is the core premise of that video? What's the argument I'm making?
The argument you're making is all of these people focus on things that are going
outrage.
Yes, and they're going to tell you things that that are lies. Right?
I never said lies.
Okay, you just said it in. You said bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit. Okay, but you can believe bullshit. I think you probably believe the things that you talk about. I just think they're really stupid things.
And yet here you are, having made a video that is full of lies that are worse than bullshit. You haven't done your research. You haven't checked whether the person about whom you're making certain claims has said or not said the things you're claiming. And the moment you're challenged on it, your reaction is what? To try and dodge the question,
to paint the picture that you're doing exactly what my video claims you do, which is that you don't talk about substantive things, you talk about culture war.
To try and dodge the reality that
the fact that he uses the word bro, I mean, oh my god. But Konstantin is talking and he's literally like trying to talk over him. I mean, who does that? That is literally like a child. He's trying to say it and he's like talking over him to drown him and to make his word more important than what Konstantin's saying. And then he comes out, bro. Hey, bro. I mean, how old are you? 7?
You lied in your video.
In your head right now, you think you're doing something. In reality, you're proving my point that you cannot engage on anything substantive. That was the argument of the video. You can't talk about housing.
Hold on a second.
You can't talk. You haven't even been able to give me your solution to housing. You've not able to talk about it. You've not talked on any of these topics. You can't talk
because we're not here to talk about that. We're here
on a political channel. You don't talk about politics. You'd rather talk about a guy who's basically just chatted shit at you, and you'd rather get angry and annoyed and pissed off at the person who's chatted shit on you, and not actually even attempt to try and engage with my point. That is that you focus on stupid topics.
I'm getting annoyed with you because you're not answering the question and you're not engaging.
What's the question now? You've
doesn't listen. I think anything. He's been chatting rubbish constantly, and he admits, you know, oh, I'm talking rubbish about you. You're basically admitting what you're doing to Konstantin Kisin. So maybe that Jimmy's more jealous of Konstantin than he wants to let on here as well. It does seem a bit strange that he doesn't actually want to engage in an adult conversation. And I totally see why Konstantin's like, if I was him, I'd be like, do you know what? That's enough of this. That's done and dusted. Stop the cameras.
Throwing 100 at him. Go on. What's the question now? What have I done now?
You keep interrupting, so that's why I keep having to ask you the same question 100 times. So your definition of a grifter was someone who creates outrage and clickbait, which you admitted you do.
For sure, I do that. Yeah. That's YouTube, isn't it?
No, not really.
Well, YouTube isn't clickbait.
Not all of it. You have a choice.
What is clickbait? You want to bait someone to click on your videos.
This is why I keep having to ask you the same question 100 times, because you keep interrupting. Right?
For sure.
So creates outrage, does clickbait, and says things that aren't true. Right?
Do it again.
Literally saying do it again. Like the bloke's just said it. I mean, his attention span is sort of like second to none, is it not? It's absolutely crazy. He's actually saying to him, oh, hold on. Let's get through these adverts and let's see, because it's not ending well.
Yes. To call outrage and says things that they might or may not believe, but that aren't true.
You're missing quite a bit of it.
Well, that's what you said.
It's to peddle outrage.
Yeah, to peddle outrage.
Via bullshit. So via bullshit. Man.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Right.
So you talk about things that don't matter to piss people off. You misrepresent topics to annoy people, to make them click, and then you make a load of money about it.
Great.
Would you say would you say that I misrepresent the story on council estates?
I haven't seen your story on council estates.
Wait. Would you say that I misrepresent my stories on benefit scroungers?
I haven't watched your video.
So you haven't seen any of my videos, and I can see where this conversation's heading. You're going to say, "Oh, aren't you doing everything that you're claiming I do?"
Okay.
And I'm trying to say my content does not do that. I make very substantive videos about things that actually affect people's lives.
Like grifters.
Yes, because it does affect people's lives.
Oh, I see. So internet grifters affect people's lives.
Because you doing what you do makes people think, oh, the trans ideologues, that's going to destroy my life. Meanwhile, they can't fucking afford a house.
Really?
It's a very, obviously the reason I made that is because I'm trying to paint that what you do is negative for society. And I would love you, and I sort of genuinely thought at the beginning of this conversation, you would perhaps engage on some topics. And I thought there probably is some genuine conversation to be had.
Yeah.
But throughout this conversation, it's proved it to me that you are specifically more interested in getting a sort of, you're a grifter, you're a liar at me, rather than engage on, we haven't even talked about immigration. You invited me to talk about immigration.
I didn't invite you to talk about
it. Yeah, you did. In the message it said, your video, immigration and other things that affect Britain.
Yeah.
We have only talked about my video.
We've talked.
You can have it. You can have that if you want to. But what I'm saying is you make this stereotype and you play the stereotype. And you do it very well. Like it's very good. But it's like negative to political discourse, because your audience don't get taught. They don't talk about neoliberalism. They don't talk about the problems of privatization.
Did you not have a chance to talk about that for a good 20 minutes when we started?
But do you talk about that? Does your channel as a whole?
I don't have to talk about
things that matter to
the things that you believe are important.
So you think I'm in the wrong that I believe that housing and cost of living affect people's lives?
On the contrary,
you said that I think are important. We're humans of the same society. We live in Britain together.
You think neoliberals?
What affects people's lives are the same things, right?
You yourself conceded a little while ago that I've talked about housing quite a bit.
No, you haven't. I didn't say quite a bit. You did one video 5 to 6 years. No, you did 3 videos 5 to 6 years ago, and then you mentioned it in the Zoran Mondoni one, and then in your thing at Oxford Union.
No,
over
not at
222 videos.
Right. So I've talked about it quite a bit.
Quite a bit. What do you do? I would say trans. 53 videos on trans is quite a bit on trans.
It is.
I would say 5 to 6 videos. I would say 3 videos you did 5 to 6 years ago. I wouldn't call that quite a bit.
You're making the same arguments over and over. Have you noticed?
I would say at one point 5.
He's not listening to a word. All he's doing is spouting and trying to talk over him. I mean, honestly, don't know how Mr. Kisin can actually sit there in front of this clown.
6 years ago, you used to have a genuine curiosity. I really do see that in those old videos, and there was some right-wing shit that I wouldn't agree with, but you did used to explore some ideas. I would say that was true.
Jimmy, do you think this is going well for you?
terribly.
What?
But then you think about
No.
2 to
Yeah,
3
I'd agree
years
with
ago,
that.
2 to 3 years ago, you flipped. You
Do you notice
you
that?
saw the financial
Do you know-
benefit to talk about
He's still
trans.
talking
See, you're
over
mind
about
reading. You're
woke.
making things up
Listen.
again
It's
about
clear.
that you don't
It's
know.
clear.
Well, see, all of these
Well, give
things.
me your defense then.
Well-
What happened to you, bro? You used to talk about things.
He's just talking over and over. He knows Konstantin wants to ask him something, and he's like, "No, let me show it. Let me show it. Hey, bruv. I mean, could you be any more?" I'm glad I do not know who this person is. I'm glad I've never ever seen one of his videos, and I'm never going to, at principle, at this car crash of a podcast interview. What do you want to call it? Can't be an interview because Konstantin's asking him stuff and he's not even answering it. He's just trying to shout him down every 5 seconds. As soon as Konstantin wants to say something, he's talking over him again. The whole reality of I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments.
And then all of a sudden you realize if I make
So,
53 videos on
Jimmy,
trans,
the first thing that
people
anyone
click on it.
watching this will notice, right, is that you've made a video in which you made a bunch of false claims.
Yeah.
Which
what were the false claims?
Would you like me to read them to you again?
Wait, you consider
hold on, no, be quiet now.
The two jokes are false claims, or are they jokes?
Wait.
And then what was the last one?
The Donald Trump, me staying
so that
silent
one's
about-
incorrect.
That one is incorrect.
But the other two are jokes.
What about
and
me
you're saying
using the
I made,
hold on a second. Stop talking and listen to
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Exactly.
What about the facade of me not critiquing the right, where I've critiqued the right over Ukraine, I've critiqued the woke right, as I call it, I've critiqued the right about their lack of understanding
but do
of
you
the
see your
importance of
purview
inequality.
here is cultural issues, right? Obviously, Jan 6, I'll give you that. It's a bit more than a cultural issue, but you perceive everything through culture.
I don't
Have you
perceive
ever
everything
talked
through
about
culture.
taxing rich people? Have you ever talked about the house crisis? You don't really
I
talk
have.
about these things.
Yeah. So
And you don't critique.
notice how the moment I make a good
you
point,
don't
you just
critique.
sidestep it.
You don't
and start
critique
attacking
right wing.
me.
You don't
'Cause
critique right.
Honestly, he just talks rubbish, and you know his videos are rubbish. He just doesn't seem to research. He doesn't know any facts, and all he wants to do is act like a child and keep talking over Konstantin and not even answer any questions or engage in an adult conversation. It is terrible.
Right-wing ideology. You might critique cultural topics, fine. I'll give you
Right.
that, maybe. But you don't critique right-wing ideology on the economy. You don't
let's
critique
just-
the idea that having a really big billionaire class
Stop
might
talking.
be negative for people. You don't talk about these things.
Did you read my book?
No.
No.
So
Do you
you
know-
talk about that in there.
Do you know
talk
that I
about,
have a whole chapter about the importance of addressing inequality in my book?
and how do you propose to do it?
It's all in there. You can read
I've
it.
got to read the book to get your opinion on how to deal with inequality.
Exactly.
You're not going to just tell me how to deal
Talk
with
about
inequality.
the spirit level and other things that left-wing economists all like. I'll give you a copy of the book.
Yeah, please.
Uh,
But why don't you talk about this stuff more? This really fucking matters to people.
I wrote
Talk about it more. He just said it's in a book, mate. It's in a book. Or a book. But it's in a book.
a chapter in a book that
Why do you
became...
not talk about it on your YouTube channel,
Are
which
you,
is clearly
Jimmy,
your big
are you not
avenue?
hearing yourself?
No, he's not.
I wrote a book that's a Sunday Times bestseller in which one of the chapters addresses the issues that you're talking about. So when you
So
say,
tax
why
and rich.
don't you talk about it?
Yeah.
I talked about it in
a book, but not on your YouTube channel that
We've
you've made
talked-
222 videos on.
Not,
About
I really
reactionary
think
content.
you are really embarrassing yourself here.
probably,
mate.
man, but there will be a lot of
You
people
really
on
are
my side.
embarrassing yourself.
For
I'm
sure.
telling you that in the Sunday Times best-selling
Yeah,
book,
but
there's a
not on
whole
your
chapter
YouTube channel.
and on our YouTube channel.
But go on, tell me about it.
Go and watch our interview with Liam Halligan.
You've made one
Go and watch our interview about
conversation
housing with Liam Halligan.
and 53 on trans. One conversation
Go
on
and watch
inequality.
our interview with Liam Halligan. It's all in there.
So you're not going to just tell me because you don't want to talk about inequality.
Right.
Why do you not want to talk about
Because-
inequality? Do you think for your audience, what's a more productive conversation?
Guys, are you watching this? I just told them that in my
There's
book,
no one.
there's
You're
a
literally.
chapter.
Oh, you're looking at
There's
it.
a chapter about inequality, and he's saying, "Why don't you talk about inequality?"
on your YouTube channel, which is what you mainly do. You make hundreds of videos.
I sold many tens
so why
of
won't you
thousands of
tell
copies
me
of my
about
book.
what's your opinion on
Because
inequality?
it's a
How do you fix inequality?
Jimmy,
But that's what I mean. You don't deal
Wow.
with complex topics on your podcast.
except
You
in
never
my
do.
book, which is where you might want to deal with complex topics, right?
So in a podcast, you wouldn't.
we
You'd rather talk
no.
53 videos on trans.
I do not at all understand how this is.
not able to go beyond them, are you?
No, definitely not.
Well, it's clear.
Yeah.
So just come back to the video you made, right?
Mhm.
In which you made a bunch of, you called it bullshit claims.
Bullshit claims.
So are you going to
lies.
withdraw that video?
For sure, yeah.
You're going to take it down?
No.
Well, you're going to keep lies up there
Yeah.
on the internet
For sure.
about other people that you know are lies?
Oh, big
Wow.
time.
Really? Why?
a grifter, you could say.
Why would you keep something up that you now know is not true?
Because it is true. The general point that I'm making is that you basically do what you're doing right now, which is unable to engage on material factors that actually affect your audience live.
Jimmy, who's the one that's not engaging? Who is the one that's avoiding all the questions? Who's the one that just keeps going on and on and on about the same things? Oh, but you've done this. Oh, but you've done that. Oh, 53 videos on trans, 53 videos on trans. Right, okay, you said that a million times, mate. Next. No, I'll throw that in your face again. I'm ignoring everything you're saying, Mr. Konstantin Kisin. I'm just going to keep talking rubbish. Wow. If you are actually subscribed to this Jimmy the Not So Great and you've ever watched one of his videos, please unsubscribe. I mean, it's people like this we do not need.
You'd rather have culture wars conversations endlessly because it benefits you financially and it's your whole model. And I genuinely thought, actually, I thought more ideologically you were probably on this side. I genuinely thought probably this is what you really think are the big issues on society. But throughout this conversation, you haven't even been able to get in on any of these topics.
Notice how you're dodging everything I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm simply asking you, you're a content creator on YouTube who clearly believes in the importance of telling the truth, right?
Who lies?
That's why you made a video about people who are not telling the truth, in which you included me, right? And now that you've discovered that that video is full of untruths.
Full of untruths.
It is.
Full of
you are not going to take
there's
it down.
there's no underlying message.
The sarcasm in it I'll tell you, I'm bang on when I say 12-year-old. I mean, what is wrong with this bloke?
Your point that I've made that's been very evident in this interview that you don't engage in anything substantive. You only engage in culture.
So you're going to double down.
And drama.
You're going to double down.
Big double down, yeah. Triple down.
On a video you now know is full of lies.
Full of lies. Is this a lie that this is what you're doing? The whole.
Wow. I really, 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 really dislike this man. How's Konstantin not ended the actual interview by now? But like, oh, you're going to double down. Oh yeah, double down, triple down. Oh, you're 7 years old, mate.
Whole podcast, you haven't engaged in anything.
Wow.
Look at
wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we kind of made the point.
Yeah.
How much money did you make from that video?
1,000?
1,000.
Probably.
It's a video that did 350,000 views. It's half an hour
probably
long,
with
and it's got
sponsorship.
3 ad integrations. So how much did you make from it?
5
grand at
billion,
least?
5 billion?
5 grand at least, I would think.
I'd say 5 million.
So you made a video.
Hang on, he's trying to make out he made 5 million. Everything about this bloke is absolute rubbish and lies. But yeah, maybe more near 5 grand.
Full of lies from which you made 5 grand. And you won't take it down. Is that not exactly what a grifter would do?
So am I a grifter?
Yes, you are.
Well, I'm asking you by your
He said he
definition.
was.
I've never called you a grifter.
But
I've
you want me to say it?
I'm
Shall I say
asking
it?
you by your definition, are you a grifter?
Massively.
I think we can leave it there. Thanks for coming on.
I mean, I am lost for words. That has got to be one of the most embarrassing interviews ever. Jimmy, not so great. If you know him, watch him. Whatever, just don't. Oh my, wow. He really did not want to engage in absolutely anything. And it was like a 3-year-old talking over. And well, you saw it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, because wow. But Konstantin Kisin tried. And I think that has just absolutely ruined Jimmy the Not So Great. It really has. He's definitely a grifter. He is actually he's actually accusing people of being something that he himself is. And you can't talk to people like him, as you could see. I mean, it was painful. I don't know really what else to say about that. It's just, it was shocking. Absolutely shocking. But anyway, until the next video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments. I want to know what you think. But for now, that is the wizard's words.